Hello to all and welcome to my channel, Roseology. I hope this video finds you all in amazing spirits. Thank you so much for visiting me today. So this video is for all of my Sagittariuses, so that includes Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And in this reading, we're going to be checking out the energetic forecast for the month of June. So we're going to be covering finances, career, love, family, challenges that you may face during the month of June, as well as the overall energy and even a message for the month. Now, I think it is important to remember that this is a general reading for all of my Sagittariuses out there. So to get the most out of this reading, it's important for you to be intuitively connected so you can discern which parts of the message are for you. So it'll be kind of like we're doing this reading together in a sense. And to help you guys access your own intuitive and psychic headspace, I'm going to be offering a 20-second meditation here. So if you guys want to participate, go ahead and get in a nice, comfortable, calm, relaxed space. And we'll go on ahead and jump into this meditation right now. All right, so hopefully that 20-second meditation was enough time for you guys to get intuitively synced in. If not, feel free to pause this video. But don't forget to also check out your Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos that I've linked down below for you guys, because I've recorded a June video for every single zodiac sign that there is, and I've left it down in the description box for you guys to go on ahead and check out, so you can have an even more detailed overview for the month. But again, thank you guys so much for visiting me. This means the moon to me. So now, without further ado, let's just go on ahead and check out Sagittarius's reading. So the very first card that we have here is the King of Swords, the Emperor, Six of Wands, the Three of Wands, Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. All right, so for my Sagittarius, the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, we're going to start all the way over here to the very left with this King of Swords, because this card over here is representative of your finances for the month of June. And what I'm seeing for some of my Sagittariuses is I'm feeling that there's definitely the potential to spend some money on things that you later end up kind of like totally regretting. So one thing that I heard for sure with this card is to make sure that you have a cause or a reason for spending the money that you're spending. So basically, like, if the amount that you're spending could affect you later on, then really think about it. So that can mean a plethora of different things to different people. And that's why I say to gauge your finances off of how much could I or would I regret spending this amount of money? And as well as for some of you, I am feeling I'm feeling a potential dip in finances. But like I said, that could definitely have come from you spending when you know you probably shouldn't have. And then moving on here, seeing this Emperor card in reverse, and this is representative of your career for the month of June. I'm seeing big changes coming up at your job. So this could also have to kind of do with the dip in the finances over here this month too. As well as I'm seeing there may be some sort of change in management at your job where you're going to have to adapt to these changes. But there for sure looks to be like a temporary loss of structure or something at your job where they undergo some sort of changes. So definitely watch your money for the month, because I'm not sure if maybe your job would give you a heads up before this happened or not, but watch your money for sure. And moving on to the Six of Wands over here. So the Six of Wands over here is representative of your love life for the month of June. And what I'm seeing here is like, it feels like for some of you, for some of my Sagittariuses in relationships, that you and your partner are going to be socializing a lot more. So maybe going out more during June, but really having fun together in the process though as well. Let me just say that you may even be traveling or taking your partner as like a +1 somewhere. Maybe to celebrate like a friend or a family member. I don't know. It feels very like jovial. It feels very fun. It feels like a celebratory time with like friends and strangers. It feels like you guys are going to be socializing a lot more possibly. And it definitely looks to be very harmonious within your relationship in June. So if you're single, I'm seeing a lot of people popping up to kind of take you out or trying to like wine and dine you, like really trying to win you over. I'm seeing like a lot of suitors, like a lot of people be really interested in you for the month of June for sure. You're going to almost be regarded as like a little trophy or prized possession for some of my Sagittariuses for the month of June. It's really, the feeling that I'm getting is like people are trying to like win you, but you'll pretty much take it in stride. Like for you, it'll just kind of roll off your back. You're just going to take it as like a thing where it's just like, oh yeah, this other person wants to take me out. It's not going to be a big deal for you. It's not really going to pump up your ego or anything like that, or make you feel like good or better or anything. It's just going to be like just another normal thing for you. It won't be anything serious for you at all. And then moving on over here to this 3 of Wands. So this is representative of the of your family for the month of June. And I'm seeing your relationship with your family take a few steps back. Now, this doesn't have to be because of a fallout, because I'm not feeling like it's super negative or anything, but I am seeing like you guys take like a few steps back. I think that for many of you, you're just going to be a little extra busy with your own social or personal life. And that might be why you're not hanging out with like your family and the people that you see a lot. You might not be really hanging around them as much for the month of June. It's like in a way you're going to kind of be attracted to this new or different energy for June. It's like you want some new faces and energy in your environment and in your world. It's like your family and your friends, you're used to seeing them all the time. It's like you want some new people in your life. I'm feeling like you're going to get that urge or that itch or that impulse in June where it's like, I want some new faces and some new people around me. And then moving on to this 10 of Cups over here, this is representative of the challenges that you may face for the month of June. And I believe that the challenges for my Sagittariuses, for some of you guys anyways, is establishing a deep connection with these new energies in your life, or these new energies that have been called in or invited into your life. Is the challenge is going to be really trying to establish a really deep connection with them. I feel like either these new energies or you are going to want to deepen a connection, but the other party just isn't going to be concerned with a deep or impactful bond or connection. So it's like either you or this other party is going to want a deep connection, but the other person won't. I also feel like with this 10 of Cups over here that it's kind of saying that someone is trying to create a home or a nest, so to say, and they're moving too fast or they're doing too much, and it's a turnoff to someone, whoever is the one that's not putting this much effort into things is the one that's kind of like disgusted or a little bit like turned off at the fact that somebody's coming on too strong or too fast, something like that. With this 9 of Cups, the 9 of Cups is representative of the overall energy for the month of June. The thing that I'm sensing from this card is kind of bland. So for some of my Sagittariuses, this isn't, well, I'm getting a few things with this card. So for some of my Sagittariuses, this isn't going to feel like too intense of a month, and it won't be completely dull either. I feel like it's all just going to be like another month where you're just kind of digesting all of these new energies and experiences. But other than that, for some of you, you're really just going to kind of take this month in stride. Now, for my other Sagittariuses out there, I got some very strong feelings. For some of you though, I'm getting a deep feeling of emptiness, or like you don't want to be alone, or like you can't have what it is that you want. And that's where that sense of emptiness, I believe, is coming from. But I think that also could be coming from this 10 of Cups right here, where it's like you wanted to create something with someone, or feeling that you wanted to create somewhere, maybe with someone, and it was either too soon or too much, and maybe you got rejected, or maybe you got told like, hey, just lay off or calm down a little bit because it's a little bit too much for me, or something like that. And it kind of brought on this sense or this feeling of emptiness. It's really odd how it's like split down the middle. I feel like for some of you, like I said, it's just going to be like another month, and for others it's going to be like something where it's you're dealing with some kind of heavy stuff here. And so for this very last card over here, the 7 of Swords, is your message for the month of June. So the message that I got with the 7 of Swords is to know your own value and worth. Don't let anyone tell you what your value or worth is. You tell them what your value or worth is. And if there's any of you feeling slighted, cheated, betrayed, it's simply because whatever or whoever it was that you wanted wasn't for you. You belong to someone or somewhere else, and spirit, the universe, basically freed you to go and find what actually belongs to you, what is yours. And that the way, you're not getting trapped up in this kind of energy where it's like people are just kind of using you for the time being or for their own benefit. No, you want a real, genuine, real connection. If there's going to be a connection, you want a genuine one. You want a good one. You want one that's loyal and that's transparent. And for those of my Sagittarius, like I said, I'm feeling like a really deep feeling for some of you. There's some deep energies, there's some deep emotions going on there. And it just feels like some of you may have been hurt or are reeling from some pain or some hurt or something like that. But definitely know your worth. Know that you are worth gold. You are worth everything. You are priceless. Know that you're priceless. And whoever doesn't want to comply with that, bye. That's what you need to tell them, because you're worth everything. You're priceless. And I just really feel like I need to say that to some of my Sagittarius out there. All right. So let me go on ahead and take a look at some of you guys' oracle cards to see if I can get more of a definitive feel on this kind of split energy that we got going on here, because it's very split for me. So the very first card that we have, look at this, starfish. But yes, starfish is, it's funny because starfish is this beautiful and alluring and kind of superficial, sometimes shallow creature, and is a natural and an exquisite beauty that's almost mesmerizing to very many different people. And being around this kind of energy, it's thrilling. It's almost like a spell. The problem is, if you become reliant on how you look and how others think of you, which can feel very empty because that's operating on a superficial level. And I feel like this card is saying to some of you not to judge a book by its cover, and don't feel like you are a book being judged by your own cover. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to go a little bit deeper than that. And I also feel as well that this is kind of alerting to some of my Sagittarius that I feel are going through like a painful time right now, where it's like you feel like maybe all you can offer right now is just surface level relationship, maybe because you have been hurt by some sort of deep pain or something here. So maybe all you really want right now is a relationship that's operating on the surface level. But what I'm getting with that is just, don't be afraid to go deeper, it's okay to be cautious. Don't give your heart out to everyone, but don't be afraid to eventually go deeper. Go through your own process, whatever it is that you need to do, but make sure that you're not talking yourself out of never experiencing like a true, open, honest, transparent relationship with someone ever again, because you can definitely have that. The very next card that we have here is Bloodstone. Okay. And Bloodstone deals with the signs Aries, Libra, or Pisces, and as well as it deals with all of the lower chakras. Bloodstone is all about recognizing toxic patterns subconsciously running your life. Like I was saying with the Seven of Swords, is to know your worth and know who you are, so you can't be influenced one way or another. I feel as though somebody kind of took that identity of the self away from you, maybe in a sense, or something did, some sort of experience may have, and maybe you're feeling a little bit lost right now, or maybe you're feeling like I really don't feel like $1 million right now. And that's okay. We all go through our days where it's kind of like those off days where we're just not feeling too good, or we're going through really intense traumatic experiences, and it's like it's really difficult to kind of get back to this place to where you feel centered and you feel normal and you feel like yourself again. Another thing this talks about as well is like breaking old patterns, ancestral patterns, as well as dealing with a lot of aggression and anger issues as well. So if there's anything like that going on, this needs to be like a time for really like deep cleansing and kind of detoxifying that energetic field, your soul, your spirit. The very next card that we have here is Unfinished Symphony. Okay, and Unfinished Symphony for me feels like whoever or whatever was around you or is around you now feels like temporary energy to me. So be careful about putting too much effort into anything really in June. Something feels undone or incomplete. So make sure you're not sold on anyone or anything, especially anyone or anything that just kind of randomly pops up in June that you may randomly just meet for the first time. Be very careful, because something feels incomplete, something feels temporary, something feels fleeting. And especially if you're kind of getting all your hopes up, you're kind of investing all of yourself or a lot of yourself into this one thing, and this is temporary or fleeting energy, it really has the potential to cause some pain down the road for either you or, you know, this other person, depending upon who's playing which role here. And the very last 3 cards that we have here, you guys, look at this. Trickery. I was just saying this. This is what I was just feeling with this unfinished symphony. Something doesn't feel right. Something feels like incomplete or like fleeting or temporary. And for me, I was just kind of feeling like maybe this is just like temporary energy is just coming in just for a little bit and then leaving out. But this is like trickery is like, you know, this is like, this is blatant. This is like deception, you know. Something may feel like deception, and this may be another thing that this is talking about, the 7 of Swords over here. Don't invest too much of yourself in anything that feels fleeting or temporary, especially if you just met this person or started dealing with this thing in June. Just be very careful, you guys, okay? And then we have enlightenment. Yeah. Oh, I love that. And then look, renewal. Okay. I love that. There's always hope. See, there's always hope. So yeah, enlightenment. I do believe that things will eventually pan out, but first you really need to be able to see your own worth. You have to. I feel like that's just super important, is really just being able to like see your own worth and knowing that you are this amazing, like I said, priceless being. And there is no one or nothing else out there like you. And you just really have to know that. And you really have to sit with that and allow that to fill your entire essence. That the way you are, you know, you're walking around with this really healthy level of self-esteem, you know. And then renewal, I feel like that's what is really going to happen for you, is this like renewed sense of like, I feel better than what I felt like before this situation happened, basically, where it's just like you do feel this sense of like renewed energy, and you know, you feel this sense of worth, and like I said, a healthy sense of self-esteem. And that's what I'm really getting with that. So I do believe that through realizing your worth, you're going to have this amazing feeling of renewal within your own spirit and within your own essence, which is amazing. But yeah, you guys are definitely going to be okay for June. Just remember, just know that you are priceless. You're worth everything. Like, even if you're going through a hard time right now, this is not going to last. This is just temporary. Like I was saying, something feels like very temporary energy. This might even be, the pain might even be like temporary energy is what I'm feeling. So, you know, keep your head up, keep the faith, keep fighting, and you guys are going to be okay for sure. But yeah, this is all that I'm saying for my Sagittariuses. I pray that this reading brought you guys some clarity, hope, strength, and support for this month of June, this crazy month of June. Like I was saying, don't forget to also check out your moon, rising, and Venus sign videos if you haven't already. I've left them all linked down below. But thank you guys again so much for checking out this video, allowing me to do this reading for you guys. Hopefully you guys come back to visit me very soon, and I'm praying that you guys have an amazing June. Okay, until next time, bye guys.